My name is Siti and welcome to another Tips and Tricks with Apps, Events and Acer. As we are nearing the Christmas season and the holiday season, I'm going to show you how you can use your Chromebooks and G Suite to create your very own e-cards that you can then send to friends and family no matter where in the world they are. So come and join me as we explore the power of the cloud. And welcome in my Google Drive. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brand new Google Slides. Now Google Slides makes it very easy for you to move elements around, and this is going to help us create a beautiful professional looking e-card. Now the first thing I'll do is I'll create a usable workspace. Now I'm going to close the themes window. I'm going to delete these two text boxes that are there from the start. And I'm also going to get rid of the speaker nodes. So go ahead and untick show speaker nodes. The reason I do this is because I have more space to work with. Now for my e-card, I'd like to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'm thinking of using red and white colors. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my shape. So I'm going to insert a rectangular shape. This can go down the middle. And what I want to show you now is the guidelines. So as I snap it to the left, you'll see a red guideline appear. This is great for when you're trying to make sure things are aligned correctly. So let's go ahead and put it right there. All good. And let's change the color. So let's make this a nice, gentle fill. Let's go to custom. Let's make it a bit softer. Let's go to this sort of soft red color and click OK. There we go. We're going to get rid of the line, so we don't want a border color. This will be the kind of backdrop. Now I want to give it a bit of a grunge overlay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go to the Insert menu, search for an image on the web. Now let's go ahead and do a quick image search for grunge. And we have all these different grunge overlays that we can use. I'm going to go with this one, and I'm going to insert that image. Now again, you don't have to worry about the size of this image because what we are going to do next is we are going to crop this image. So let's simply enlarge the image that we found online. We can stretch this a little bit. There we go, and we're going to use the guidelines to snap the image. All done. And now we are going to crop our image down. So what we can do now is we can crop the image down, and again we are going to use the guidelines to help us crop this image because we want it to be the same size as the red rectangular shape. So there we go, let's crop it like that. Let's do the same down the bottom. Let's make sure that it's cropped to the correct size. Enter. We now have a grunge overlay. Now we're going to go into our format options while this image is still selected. So go ahead and click on format. And here we can now recolor our image. So let's go ahead and recolor the image to make it a bit softer. We're going to change that. We're going to add some more adjustments. So we're going to add more transparency so that red comes through. And we can play around with these recolors. We can make it a slightly darker. Let's just play around until we find one we quite like. Okay, I think this could work. Now we have our rectangle, and our rectangle has been given a slight texture. So these are two shapes, and we can now select these shapes, right click and group them. Now grouping elements means that you can move them around as if they are one individual element, which is very good for when you're trying to arrange things onto a slideshow. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to insert a bulb, a Christmas decoration. Now you can use Pixabay to find some beautiful vector images. So what I'm going to type is Christmas decorations, and I'm going to go to vector graphics. We have lots of Creative Commons 0 images here that we can use, and let's find one that works for our card. Quite like these, so I'm going to use these gift bands as well. So I'm going to download this in the highest PNG resolution. So let's go ahead and do that now. We can now pull this into our card. So insert, image, upload from computer. And here we can find our gift tape. Let's go ahead and open this image. We can now crop out the ones we want to use. So I'm going to select my crop tool, going to crop this down. Let's move that up, and let's retain the first one. We're going to make that a little bit bigger, and we have a beautiful top banner. Again, this is just the beginning of your postcard. Going to add another decoration. So let's go back to Pixabay and let's look for some more decorations. Here we have some amazing looking Christmas decorations. So let's go ahead and click on the download button. We're going to get the highest quality. Let's get an SVG file. Let's download that file. Go back into our slideshow. We're going to insert image, upload from computer, find our image, and simply insert that image. Yet again, we're going to crop out the decoration we want to keep. So I'm going to crop this down and I'm going to keep this one. All done. I'm going to make this a bit larger, a bit bigger, and we can move it nicely to the center of my card. Now let's add some text. So let's go ahead to our text box. Let's type out the text here. Let's say Merry Christmas. And let's select a font that matches our Christmas theme. So you can always click on more fonts to find even more handwritten fonts. And that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go under the handwriting type. And I'm going to find a font I'd like to use. I like this one, Great Vibes. Add it to my list, okay. And I can now select it here. Let's make this font a bit bigger. That looks really good. Give it a bit more space on this text box. We're going to use a white color or a gray. That's even better. And now all we have to do is simply adjust our box. So let's go ahead and adjust our nice little banner decoration so that it fits neatly and nicely onto that banner. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Merry Christmas. I want this Christmas bulb in the front. So we're going to right click and make sure that under order it says bring to the front. Makes it pop to the front. Merry Christmas. And then using that same font, I'm also going to write and a Happy New Year. There we go. We're going to use the same font. So we're going to select Good Vibes. Nice big font size. Maybe a little bit smaller than that. And the color can be a nice dark deep red. Just need to make sure that everything fits onto our e-card. Going to move this a little bit to the right. And let's just move our text down. And a Happy New Year. The background is still a bit bland and a bit plain, but again, we can solve this easily by going to Insert Image and searching the web. And let's do a quick search for a Christmas background. Let's see if we can find something that we might like to use. This would be a good example of a fitting background that we can use. We're going to pull this image in. We're going to arrange it so that it looks a little bit better. Maybe flip it. So let's go ahead and go to Rotate and flip it horizontally. Flip horizontally. That's better. Let's use our snap lines, our guidelines to make sure everything is sized accordingly. And then we are going to obviously crop off the bottom. So let's go ahead and crop the bottom until it fits to our page. There we go. We're going to look for that line again. We're going to do the same on this side. Perfect. And enter. Now the last thing to do is to send this all the way to the back. So let's right click, order, and send it to the back. Now as a final tune, what you can do is you can move your elements around a little bit more. But I'm very happy with this card. So let's go ahead and title this Christmas card. And let's have a look at the preview and present. This is what our e-card will look like. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm happy with this. So now only one thing is left for us to do. We need to send this to people. Now how can we do that? Simple. We're going to File. We are going to go to Publish this to the web. And we are going to start the slideshow as soon as the player loads. We're going to publish this, go ahead and say OK. And we now have a nice link that we can share with friends or family. Now we can also click on this little icon here, which is going to send us straight to Gmail, and it's going to allow us to send this as an email. Here you go. Now you can obviously use various link shorteners to make this link even more appealing. But what will this look like to the people receiving my Christmas card? Well, let me show you right now. I'm going to open up an incognito window and I'm going to paste that link right there. What are your friends and family going to see? Well, they are going to see this. And again, you can make your Christmas cards out of multiple slides, and you can automatically advance those slides as well. I hope you found this helpful, and don't forget to let me know in the comment section below how you are going to use this and who you are going to send a Christmas card to. I wish you all a happy holidays, and I'd love to see you in the next video. And there you go, that's all there is to it. You can use your Chromebooks and the G Suite to make your very own e-cards. These e-cards are now living in the cloud, and you can send them to friends and family no matter where in the world they live. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave something in the comment section below, and I will see you again in the new year with another tips and tricks with Apps, Events and Acer.